So I literally never play video games, but the other day I decided to download Spider-Man 2 as it just came out on PC and I was waiting a year for it, so I decided to play it. But after just a few hours, literally not even like a day of playing it, well, I think it was about a day actually, I just got bored and I actually wanted to turn everything off. I wanted to turn the game off, I wanted to turn YouTube off, I wanted to turn off all the consumption of everything, even music. I didn't want to listen to music anymore. I just wanted to be here in silence and presence now. And so I went on a little thing called dopamine detox. And oh my god, it was very difficult to begin with, very, very difficult. I was sitting there, I'm literally just, the only thing you can do in your spare time is either work, which is making these videos, or doing college work, but I'd done all of that for I was just way in advance, so I didn't really need to do that. Or I could go outside, and going outside is good, but then sometimes you want to go back inside because it's cold and that kind of thing. So the only other thing I can do is read, and reading gets a little bit boring after a while. I actually went back to reading Wimpy Kid books. I used to read these in primary a lot, and I decided to give one a go just for a bit of nostalgia. And they're actually really fun to read, so I'm kind of enjoying them. Anyway, or you could just sit here and do nothing. And I've done that quite a few times. And to begin with, as I said, it was very difficult. It's just like anything. As soon as you start off, you have this wave of motivation, right? Where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on dopamine detox. And then when you realize how difficult it is, then it's really hard and you've got to really push past that barrier, right? And I was like, I'm gonna make it till Saturday. I've got to. So I'm gonna push past this breaking point, right? And then you emerge out on top, and that's where I feel like I am this morning, because I'm going to my dad's in 20 minutes. That's why the mic quality is not very good, because I haven't got time to attach my mic and everything. And I've done all my meditation, I've done all my reading, I've done all the basic daily habits, blah blah blah. I've done my hair, I've done, I've got dressed and packed my bag and all that kind of stuff, right? And now I was just making some eggs before, and I didn't have any music going on. I wasn't listening to a podcast, or I wasn't listening to Sidemen or something like that. I was literally just making eggs in my kitchen. And that's how I imagine my future self to be. In wherever I live in the future, I don't know. I can just imagine having the sun. It's quite nice and sunny. It's nice blue sky today. You've got the sun coming through the window, beaming onto your face. You've got the birds chirping and everything, just silence. You're just cooking your eggs, nice and sound. And that's how I felt. I felt so peaceful and so just calm and relaxed. And the fact that I've gone through that dipping point, which is very difficult, and I've had quite a stressful week, quite loads of stuff going on. Oh, I've got to do this. Haven't felt well because of my diet, but now that I've implemented more salt, I'm on keto by the way, where I don't eat carbs. Now that I've implemented more salt, I'm feeling a lot more alive, a lot more energetic, because my electrolytes are a bit more in balance now. So everything's just sort of when you've had so much to do and then you finish it all and it's completed and you move it out the way and you can just sit back and finally. It's a lovely feeling. Now I am obviously gonna watch a little bit of content on YouTube, but I'm gonna watch educational stuff, talking head videos like this. So respect for you for watching this instead of the Sidemen or something. No hate to the Sidemen, it's just their content doesn't really help you in real life. And I'm going to watch it between 4 and 6 p.m. So when I come back from the gym, I feel like I've got no brain power left to work or read or anything. So I can just sit there and consume this, maybe eating some nuts or something, I don't know. So I feel like that's the perfect time. But in the morning, I've realised how amazing it is to just be present and just to read and not consume content in the morning. Because the morning time is when my brain is most powerful, right? Because I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. So I've got all this energy, all this focus to work on big tasks, and just being calm and relaxed through that state even though I feel rushed in the morning, like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, 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 I still feel calm and relaxed. I don't feel rushed, if that makes sense. So I figured that out. And so I just think it's really important to experiment for these things, for example, this dopamine detox, because you can't say, oh, it doesn't work, or like, it doesn't really help me very much, or whatever, if you haven't tried it, right? Try the keto diet. Try dopamine detox. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least you've tried. And I'm just really happy with how things have turned out right now. And just sometimes, depending on what type of person you are, for example, a lot of people like to ease into things. So this monk mode, dopamine detox, blah, 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 they might like to ease into it nice and slowly. So they start off with, like, they were playing like Spider-Man 2 and they had like the Sidemen on the side, and then they had maybe like TikTok on the side as well. Like all these different pieces of content while they're eating like Doritos and stimulating things. Maybe they want to slowly ease into it. So remove one thing at a time, remove one thing at a time, remove, until you're at this point where you're in the full dopamine detox. But for me, I'm an extremist. So I like to go from zero to hero, right? So I like to cut everything out instantly. I can't remember what my point of that was, but just deleting all this stuff, just getting rid of it all. I genuinely feel alive. Like, do you ever feel this, where you're like watching some content and then maybe like your mom or your friend calls you or something, you've got to go up and go and do something, and you feel sort of like out of touch with reality. It's like you've not been sort of alive. It's like coming out of a cinema and you've got to sort of, yeah, sorry, what was that? You've got to get back into the zone of life, right? Because you've just been consuming like this. But when you're reading a book, you literally go, right, okay, finished, right, I'm back in reality. And life's just, it's weird. I've been walking around life, just experiencing life. I haven't been in my head thinking, okay, I've got to do this. This guy said this the other day, and she did that, and then this celebrity is getting with this guy, and like all these different things in your head from this external stimuli. It's all just being like pumped into your brain through the social media. And I know I sound like a teacher when I say that, like dopamine detox. Get off your phone, guys. But honestly, I was always a kid who thought I'd never do that. Like, I saw him. We had these planners in school, and it said take a dopamine detox where you go off your phone for a day or something. And I was like, God, what? Pardon me. Who'd ever do that kind of thing? And here I am, loving it. You don't actually realise how like clear your mind can be if you don't have all this extra stuff. I'm trying to live as closely to, like, what are they called? Prior to the agricultural revolution, so hundreds of thousands of years ago, Homo sapiens. I'm trying to live as close to that as possible. So eating the same way they do, like living in terms of stimuli and stuff the way they do, sort of training the way they do. And well, I know they didn't go to the gym, but you get what I mean. Because I want to be like an optimal human, right? I want to live like a human is supposed to live. And having all these, things on TikTok, like every 2 seconds, some guy's going, oh my God, guys, look at this. And it's like images popping up on screen and everything. That's not how you're supposed to actually live. Like, you're not supposed to have all these millions and millions of different lives being shown to you, right? You're just supposed to be with your little village, with the people you know. And use these social media things as a tool. I use YouTube, obviously, but I don't really watch YouTube now. I use it to upload so I can help other people, help you. And it's a way of pursuing my purpose, of my mission, of my goal of making money online whilst actually helping people with something, with a topic that I care about and that I enjoy doing, like I enjoy making these videos. And so I'm getting all this stuff from YouTube, and then also I watch I am going to watch a little bit of YouTube as I said, in that 4 to 6 p.m. rep range with, for, you know, like my brain's a bit slow today, educational content. So I'm learning a little bit of stuff, but I'm not having loads of stuff just impacting me. And just slowing down my life. And it's been phenomenal. As I said, I've just felt like I've been living real life. Like, I remember literally I had this conscious thought, right, when I was playing Spider-Man the other day. I was like, if my mum comes upstairs, I'd always, you know, like tab out so she couldn't see that I was playing a game, right? Because obviously she thinks I'm too old for that, which I am. So when I was thinking if she caught me doing it, which is mental because I'm just playing a game, but if she caught me doing it, then I'd say that, oh my days, sorry. Well, I don't know what's happening with my head today. I can't speak. If she caught me doing it, I would say to her that I just want to play a game because I like want to escape life for a little bit. I want to escape my problems and that kind of thing. Obviously, I don't think I'd ever say that to her anyway, but just like that thought popped into my head and I was like, what the hell? Like, why are you... Just what are you doing then? Why are you playing this game? Go and solve the problems. You've got problems in your life. Don't run away from it. Go towards it. Go full throttle. Push yourself towards it. Complete those problems. Get them out the way like I've done this week. Move them out the way. And then you'll be in this position of just happiness rather than pleasure. You'll be with happiness. It's mental what our heads can do. Your actionable step for today is to go outside with no distractions or anything, no music. I haven't, what's the word? Oh my days. I haven't voluntarily listened to music, obviously, because it's like some in the gym or whatever. I haven't voluntarily listened to any music or any YouTube or whatever since Tuesday, and it is now Friday. So try and challenge yourself and stop watching YouTube right after this video. I do not care. Don't click on another video. Don't click on another one of mine. Just press that big old, like, I don't know, device, the power button. Just click it off and then go and do something. Either go outside, go and read, or do some work. Be productive. Do something. Get off this goddamn app. I will see you later. Good night.